Good evening, everyone. It's 6:01 p.m. and time to call to order this meeting of the Gallatin City Council for July 1st of 2025. We begin each of our meetings with an invocation and a pledge of allegiance. Councilman Alexander is going to do both for us this evening. He's always good about praying for us, and he'll lead us in the pledge as well. If you'd stand with me, please.
Thank you. Let's pray. God, we come into your presence with thanksgiving in our hearts. We're thankful, God, for your goodness and your mercy and your grace, which you pour out every day. God, we ask you tonight for wisdom and understanding. We ask you, Lord, for strength to do what is right in your eyes and what is best for this city. And I speak blessing upon each one here tonight, each council member and leader in this city, God, that you would bless them for their labor here. We ask all this in the strong name of Jesus. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Ms. Kittrell, would you call the roll for us, please?
Vice Mayor Hayes.
Present.
Councilman Alexander.
Present.
Councilman Carter.
Present.
Councilman Fan.
Here.
Councilman Fennell is absent. Councilman Jones. And Councilman Juvance. Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. This evening, you all have the minutes from the June 17th, 2025 council meeting for your consideration.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Councilman Juvance to approve the minutes. Second by Councilman Jones. Any additions or corrections requested? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the June 17th minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are unanimously approved. We'll now move to public recognition on agenda-related items. This is a regular city council meeting, so we will have public comment both at the beginning of the meeting and at the end of the meeting. If you speak at the beginning of the meeting, it must be about an item that is on the evening's agenda. You'll have 5 minutes to speak. We need your name and your address for the record, please. If you'd like to speak on something that's not on the agenda, same rules apply, but your time will be at the end of the meeting. So with that, public recognition on agenda-related items is now open, and you may come forward if you wish to speak. And I see no one. Public recognition on agenda-related items is closed, and we'll move down to mayor's comments. I do want to mention that there were many wonderful events this past weekend. The one I did not get to attend was B-Day at the Gallatin Farmers Market, but it did receive rave reviews. There were about 10 other things that day. Lots of people doing lots of good work, lots of volunteers working on different things, and good community events. So I appreciate all the efforts this past weekend. Do have some events I want to make sure I mention going forward. Coming up on this evening. I guess it's already passed. That was this morning. Never mind. Tomorrow, they're having a first anniversary and tea party cookbook release party at historic Trousdale Place. That's from 4 to 6 p.m. On Thursday is the American Red Cross Blood Drive at the Gallatin Civic Center, happening from 1 to 6 p.m. The outdoor flower market happens on the square that evening at 110 West Main, 5 to 8. The 4th, of course, is Independence Day, 4th of July. Most city offices will be closed. There will be the fireworks happening that evening. Those happen right at about dark, which falls right at about 9 p.m. The event at Triple Creek Park will kick off at about 2 p.m. too, and they have a whole lot of food trucks scheduled out there. So that might definitely be the place to go and get something to eat on 4th of July. Also on the 4th, League of Their Own is playing at the Palace Theater as part of the Kids Summer Movie Series. And then coming up on Saturday, breakfast at the American Legion, Market Day at the Gallatin Farmers Market. And I think that's all the events I will go through tonight. I do want to encourage everyone, please be considerate with the fireworks, follow the rules associated. Our police department has already had many calls, so let's celebrate our independence respectfully and safely. Be careful and remember, celebrate responsibly. With that, I'm going to introduce Ms. Hamakali, who has some special news to share.
Yes, I think most of the council members know this already, but I would like to introduce Ben Allen. Ben, if you'll stand up for just a moment, please. Ben is the new Assistant City Attorney. This is day 2 on the job, and so far he wants to stay, so I'm really excited about that. Ben is, he's very knowledgeable and comes with a lot of experience. For those of you who don't know, he was with the county for about 5 years, and then he was with Farrer, Bates, and Berexa for about 2.5 years, representing municipalities, including ours. So he has actually represented the city in some litigation, so he's gotten to know some of you. But I'm excited for him to be here, and I want everyone to welcome him and want him to stay.
So glad you're here, Mr. Allen. All right, that will conclude the mayor's comments, and we will move now to the regular agenda. And the first item is second reading on ordinance 02505-30. Councilman Alexander is introduced for that.
Thank you, Mayor. This is an ordinance of the city of Gallatin, Sumner County, Tennessee, zoning 17.18 plus or minus acres not zoned to the R8 PRD, medium density residential planned residential district, and rezone 4.08 plus or minus acres from the R40 low density residential district to R8 PRD, medium density residential planned residential development district, with a preliminary master development plan for Kirkpatrick Gallatin on 154.83 plus or minus acres located south of Nichols Lane and west of Woods Ferry Road, authorizing the revision to be indicated on the official zoning atlas, repealing conflicting ordinances, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date. I will move this and would later like to make an amendment.
Okay, so a motion to approve an amendment would be appropriate after the fact.
Later, yeah.
Okay. Motion? Second by Vice Mayor Hayes. Now be your opportunity if you want to offer.
Thank you, Mayor. I went back and researched all of this after a couple weeks ago when there was public comments on this ordinance, and the citizens of Nichols Circle, so many of them came and presented a petition that was signed by nearly everyone on the circle opposing the pedestrian access to the Kirkpatrick Gallatin project. Back in September 23 of 2024, the citizens of Nichols Circle stated they did not want a roadway connection, a street connection. And the Planning Commission at that meeting heard them and said, well, we won't do that. But then there was discussion among the Planning Commission that they thought it would be nice to add a pedestrian access. But clearly, after the June 17th meeting, the citizens do not want that. And I hope we'll remember that they absolutely turned out in numbers and said, we don't want this kind of a connection. And so my motion would be to amend the ordinance to state that there will be no pedestrian walkway or drivable street that connects Kirkpatrick Gallatin to Nichols Circle.
Second.
Okay, a motion by Councilman Alexander, second by Vice Mayor Hayes. I was going to bring that up if you didn't, so thank you for doing that. I do wonder, I don't know that there's any way we could preserve this, but I do think 30 years from now, people in that neighborhood may wish for some kind of connection, and so I don't know if that, as it's designed, could basically not be developed. That's what I would like to see. So that if at some point in the future they want to do that themselves, they may do that.
There's always a process.
So, okay.
Will there be a right of way so that we can do that if they change their mind?
I don't know. I mean, they
Really not a right-of-way now, is there? I don't believe, Mr. Rose. It was just a trail they were going to cut through there. So that could always be done, I suppose.
Similar things have kind of happened with some of the older subdivisions that I'm aware of around Triple Creek. Okay, so anyway, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on the amendment before you vote on the amendment? Okay, all in favor of the amendment, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Amendment passes unanimously. Back to the original motion for discussion. Okay.
Thank you, Mayor. As you can see, there's nobody anymore from the Lock 4 area. I was showing to the council because they got, I suppose, tired of coming, but I'm glad that motion passed. We got it done. That's basically what happened. We put puzzle together and that pushed people away, and they come ask for things and nothing is done, so they don't come. I figure that's probably what people want. There's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. Lock 4 got destroyed. Plan Gallatin say conserve open space, farmland, scenic view, unique natural feature, that's gone. Protect the natural environment from the impact of growth, that's gone. Invest wisely to ensure fiscal sustainability while making or exceeding minimum level of service where standards are established. That's going to be a hard one to make. So, again, we spend plenty of money to get plants and all that kind of stuff, but it's never followed. So I don't know why we do that, but I can't vote for that, so I will vote no.
Anyone else with comment, question, discussion? Okay, all in favor of second reading on ordinance 02505
Is this a motion to approve?
Yes, we had a motion, it was amended, and so this would be the vote on second reading on ordinance 02505-30 as amended. So all in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, say no.
No.
Passes by 4, did you say no too? Okay, 4-2, it passes 4-2. Item number 2 is second reading on ordinance 02506-34. Councilman Fan.
Thank you, Mayor. This is an ordinance awarding bid and authorizing funds in the total amount of $20,340,000 from water, sewer, 2025 bond sales, and TDEC ARPA non-competitive grant for the new raw water intake project, contract 125, and I so move.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fan, second by Councilman Alexander. Are there any questions? Is there any discussion at this time? Okay, this is second reading on ordinance 02506-34. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Does pass unanimously. Item 3 is second reading on ordinance 02506-35. Councilman Jones.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance awarding bid and authorizing funds in the total amount of $1,500,000 from water, sewer, reserves for the Lock 4 Road Sanitary Sewer System Additions Project. Motion?
Okay, motion by Councilman Jones. Second. Second by Councilman Carter. Are there any questions, any discussion? Okay, this is second reading on ordinance 02506-35. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Passes unanimously. Item 4 is second reading on ordinance 02506-36. Councilman Carter.
Thank you, Mayor. This is an ordinance awarding bid and authorizing funds in the total amount of $310,000 from water sewer reserves for the Nashville Pike Flow Meter Relocation Project, Contract 225. Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion by Councilman Carter, second by Vice Mayor Hayes. Opening the floor for any questions or any discussion. Okay, this is second reading on ordinance 02506-36. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. It is approved unanimously on second reading. Item 5 is first reading on ordinance 02506-37. In Councilman Fennell's absence, would you take that, Councilman Carter?
Yes, ma'am. This is an ordinance appropriating $451,089.12 for Connect 55 site improvements. Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fennell, second by Councilman Jones. Are there any questions?
I'm Councilman Carter.
What did I say?
Fennell.
No, I was looking at Fennell on the sheet. I'm sorry.
I'm younger and better looking. Sorry, Sean.
Councilman Carter, second by Councilman Jones. Any questions, any discussion? Councilman Gibbons.
Thank you, Mayor. Just for pure information, how long is it going to take us to put that site back to an acceptable level? Do we have any idea?
I don't think they would know yet. No, they haven't begun anything on that.
No?
a way to know that's, hopefully the money will cover it.
I think they were waiting to make sure this passed and the money got allocated before they put it out to bid.
Any other questions, any other discussion? Okay, it's first reading on ordinance 02506-37. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes unanimously. Item 6 is resolution R2506-34. Vice Mayor Hayes.
This is a resolution approving private charter number 17 of the 114th General Assembly, amending City of Gallatin Charter, Article 6, Section 2A. Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Vice Mayor Hayes, second by Councilman Fan. Are there any questions, any discussion? Okay, this is resolution R2506-34. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, please say no. It is unanimously approved, and that is lightning fast through the regular agenda, and we will now go to other business. I'd ask if any member of this body has any other business this evening.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to bring the soccer again because I kind of disappeared with vacation end of season. So if I remember well, or maybe I'm mistaken, but I read that in a budget we had $1 million for the Truth property there sitting, and that, you know, we got approached by the soccer people. They have a plan. It was a good plan. It was made by someone who know what they're doing, and we need it. So we have $1 million. I suppose that's for that, or to develop the property. Can we start thinking of doing something with it so we can have our soccer population who's growing every day, so they can have a place where they can actually play and bring tournaments and bring money to the city. And another revenue we can use is the hotel money, because I did some research into that, and we can actually do it. I'll be glad to send you, if you want tomorrow, all the legal I found and where I made my.
You're welcome to send that, but our finance director and our attorney, I consider legal experts on that, and yes, we are thinking about it. We've had discussions. I think we have a meeting scheduled for some point in this month, so there are no plans. We don't just spend money without settling on what the plan is and going through the processes to figure out exactly what it would cost. So.
What I want to make sure that we keep them in mind, so.
Good. Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Anyone else with any other business this evening?
Just to remind you guys again about TML, if you're planning to go, make sure you contact Angela so that she can make arrangements for you guys.
What are the dates again?
August 2nd through the 5th.
And then there's elected officials academy and training, and like maybe the Friday and Saturday before the Sunday.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Friday and
Yes,
Saturday.
yeah, Friday and Saturday, yeah.
And various
And the
department
sessions
heads.
are very informative and entertaining, so I think you guys
Yeah.
would enjoy it. I
And
did
they're-
last year.
I know they're doing some stuff on AI featuring a Gallatin expert. And then there's some department heads that will be coming and going as well. I don't know who else going over there, but there will
Could you
be
get Angela to send a reminder with the dates and how to register, and that would be great.
Check your emails from Angela. Yep, she's been sending those out to us.
Anyone else with any other business? Okay, now we will move to public recognition on non-agenda related items. This is your time. If you're here for an item that's not on the evening's agenda, you can come forward. You speak to whatever you want for 5 minutes. Just need your name and address for the record. Public recognition on non-agenda related items is now open. Public recognition on non-agenda related items is now closed. You're a quiet group this evening. And that leaves us one more motion for the evening. Motion to adjourn by Councilman Alexander.
Second.
Second by Councilman Carter. All in favor say aye. Aye. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a happy 4th of July. Have a safe week, have a happy week, celebrate well, and be kind to one another. Good night.